welcome. Good evening, ladies. Thank you for joining us today. Before we get started, in honor of Earth Day, I would like to just take a moment for everyone to get off mute and just to say thank you and honor to Mother Earth. So if everybody wouldn't mind just to go ahead and take a quick moment to say thank you to Mother Earth, and we honor
Thank
you,
you, Mama.
we praise you.
Thank you,
Thank you for all the
Mama.
air
Thank you,
and the
Mama.
water
Thank you.
else that you give us.
Thank you.
And so today, in honor of Earth Day, and thank you for that, for getting off your microphone. We are excited to have this event with everyone today. This is our first ever exclusive corporate member networking event and appreciation. And we definitely want to just take the time to thank everyone for being here today and taking their time out of their busy schedule to spend time with us and get to know us. And today we want to be able to get to know you. We will spend some time networking. If we can go to the next slide, please. So here's our agenda. We're just going to have an overview of women in clean tech and sustainability. We're going to run through these slides relatively quickly because our most important thing today is to get to spend time with all you ladies on the call. We will have 2 breakout sessions to network with each other and get to know each other. And we'll regroup and share again, and then we will wrap up. We can go to the next slide. So many of us have been in this virtual world for a while, so I'm not going to dig into the Zoom etiquette, but please, if you can and you have the ability to put your beautiful face on screen, we want to be able to put a name to the face. And please feel free to connect with everybody on LinkedIn. So feel free to connect in the chat. You'll see a lot of chatter going on there. We love that. Next slide, please. So as many of you may know, we have ongoing events. And so we have some upcoming events, May 12th, Science Moms, Actions for Kids, virtual happy hour, May 26th, encouraging people to use sustainable transportation, and career development mentorship panel. I do believe this is going to be rescheduled, and then we will have an in-person WCS talks, or sorry, pitch competition. I'm getting excited and ahead of myself because we are going to have an in-person event this year. So I kind of let the cat out of the bag there, but that's okay. Next slide. So I'm Sarah Fuentes. I'm our Vice Chair of Women in Clean Tech and Sustainability. I've had the privilege of being a member of this organization for the last 10 years. I've been a board member for 9, and I call it a labor of love. It's one of my favorite things to do is volunteering and having these relationships with many of my board members that are on this call today. And I'm also the president and co-founder of Smart Waste, where we focus on waste systems, waste infrastructure, and vendor management for zero waste programs. And today I have the privilege of introducing our founder and one of my dear friends, Lisa Ann Pinkerton. Hey, Lisa, how are you today?
Hey, Sarah, I'm doing good.
Hey, where are you at today?
Oh, I'm currently in Iowa right now. It's not very exciting, although there was a tornado watch the other day, and every morning I've been woken up by thunderstorms. So the weather is very prominent here in the middle of Iowa.
I bet. Well, Lisa Ann's gonna kick us off and going through a little bit of the beginnings, our humble beginnings, I will say, to where we're at now. So, hey, Lisa, go ahead and take us to the next slide.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the next slide. Thank you, Sarah. First off, I wanted to thank everybody on this call. All of our corporate members, all of you have contributed very generously to the organization, and we really appreciate that. We wouldn't be able to do the great work that everybody here does without your support. And that goes for our volunteers as well and our board members. We have many of them on the call today to support this event and meet all of you and network. And this, as Sarah says, it's a labor of love. I consider WCS one of my children, and she's growing up so fast. It's really exciting to see. And so Thank you all. This is one set of our corporate members. We'll go to the next slide. This is the other set. We have so many. It takes 2 slides to put you all in here. So thank you all very much for your very generous support. We look forward to meeting all of you in a few minutes. Next slide, please. So about us. Sarah, how do you describe WCS to people out there in the world?
Well, I will say that one of my favorite things, how I like to describe us, is a fun group. That's one of our core, I guess, characteristics and values that we bring to the ladies in this room. But I would also say a curated network of people that we really know that have the same, I guess, ideas and I guess thought process. So I would say that supporting women in the green economy is one of our favorite things to do, and we want to have fun while doing it.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. I like to think of us like as the new girls club instead of the old boys club. And you're right. What we've heard from people time and time again is how supportive, like truly supportive the group is. And that's just something that's happened naturally. And we're actually trying to figure out how to bottle it and replicate it, but it might not be easy to repeat. But yeah, so all genders are welcome here at WCS, and we have a great focus on diversity, but generally want to support women specifically in growing this green economy. And that's however, in whatever way people need, whether it's educational events, career development, entrepreneurship support, being a volunteer and up leveling your career. We try to do it all for people. We try to be very nimble to the needs of our community. Next slide, please. So like Sarah said, we were founded in 2011, so we're 10 years old this year. And we have a very wide group of people who are community members. And of course, we have our paid members, such as all of you. And we like to have a good spectrum from entry level all the way to the C-suite, board level people, investors, entrepreneurs, students, you name it. We're very inclusive. Next slide. And I'm sure a lot of you know all this stuff, so that's why we're going pretty quickly through this. These are new numbers though, Sarah. You know that, right?
Yeah, these hype me up a lot. So since we've transitioned from being in person to virtual, we once were only located in San Francisco, only in California. And since COVID, we've been able to expand our organization to over 32 states and over 14 countries and have almost 500 members. Our network is substantially bigger than that, but that to us is something that, Lisa and I only had ever dreamed of. We have talked about this before, that I would have never thought that we would be as big as we are and grown as fast as we have in such a short duration of time.
It makes you wonder why we resisted going virtual for so long.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you.
Next slide, please. These are some more metrics for you all, and just to give you a sense of the scope of our community. And probably a lot of you saw these numbers when you were being onboarded as a corporate member, but these are updated and current now. So it's all very exciting. Next slide. And if you had any curiosity around sort of the makeup of our organization, this is from our annual survey that Kim helped spearhead. I think Kim's on the call. Thank you, Kim. These numbers, you can see most people are employed, and but you also have quite a number of people who are looking to get into the space, right? So, which is sort of generally what we see broadly in the space. Next slide. And then, of course, again, private sector and startups, private companies and startups, they're sort of your largest group there. And then it sort of is pretty even around the rest of the circle there with academia, NGOs, nonprofits, public companies. Although probably in the past year, I thought that public company number has gone up. Next slide. As you all know, we have a very strong focus on diversity, and we have our own internal goals that we're focused on here, right, Sarah?
Yeah, I would say that what we've always had where we focused on leading the charge in diversity by being a women's organization. And our next layer is working on equity and inclusion. And so, for those of you that are on the call, that this is something that maybe you're passionate about or have experience in, we're constantly looking for people that are do-it-first leaders that maybe have great ideas and that would be open to connecting us further within your company as well. And maybe your company has some goals around this, and we can, definitely discuss that. So
Thanks.
with Lisa Ann mentioned earlier today that we are 10 years old, and within the next 10 years, we really have put forth this idea and this thought around mobilization. And so you see this decade of action. And this is something that we hope that we can get your support in helping us mobilize not only maybe some of the people within your company, but how can we do this within our organization? What ideas do you maybe have? And not just in the representation in just women, but also minorities in the green economy. It's something that we hold these values dear to us, and we're looking out for support all the time.
Yeah. So
Lisa,
yes, Sarah.
I was just going to say I wanted to talk to us about the entrepreneurship program.
Oh, thank you. We've always had entrepreneurship as a sort of an aspect of the events that we do, but this year we're really formalizing this program. There's going to be a mentorship component to it, and it's going to bring together work we already do with our pitch competition, as well as open up more opportunities for us to support both VC firms, funds, and incubators and accelerators who are constantly coming to us looking for female entrepreneurs. So we've created this program to help bring these women out of the woodwork so that we can know who they are and support them. We're also planning on expanding chapters. We have the LA chapter, we have the San Francisco chapter. We plan to expand elsewhere into the United States and around the world. We have some very, what am I trying to say, prominent partners in Europe who have been encouraging us to expand there for quite some time. And this year they're like, okay, this is the last nudge. You really got to do this. It's time. We've got it all lined up for you. So that's exciting as well. And of course, we will also hire an executive director in the next 10 years. We are broadly volunteer based, although we do have some coordinators. And actually we have one of our coordinators on the call here. Her name is Leslie, and she supports the corporate members. Is she still on? Yeah, yes. There she is. Leslie Rosario. Leslie.
I'm here.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Nice to meet you all. I've probably been emailing you regarding this event and other matters. But yeah, nice to meet you in person finally. I'm here to help you all with your subscription, with your benefits throughout your yearly membership with us. And yeah, feel free to drop me an email or get in a call with me if you have any doubts or any concerns.
Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, Leslie is here to support all of you as corporate members, and she is your go-to gal. So we'll make sure, so you all have her email address because she invited you all to this call. Please feel free to reach out to her if you have any questions. Next slide, please. I want to get through these slides so we can actually get to some networking. This is also part of our series of our survey, and you can see, most people don't feel marginalized at work, and they don't experience sexual harassment. So that's all really good stuff for our industry. Next slide.
Wait, can I make a comment on that, Lisanne?
Sure.
This is Kelly in California. Hey, I thought this was such an interesting slide, and I was honestly surprised. I'd be curious of a show of hands or put in the chat if you think that, do you feel marginalized at work? 30% is a high number or a low number? How does that strike the people in the chat? I'd be curious.
Interesting. Thank you, Kelly. That's a good,
yeah, thank you.
Good observation. Okay, well, let's keep going. Julie says it's high for her too. Too high. I agree. And most people are looking to sort of move up within their industry, right? Which is a very common experience. But we have some that want to become a subject matter expert and others that want to start their own company. So there's a variety of types of people in our organization. Next slide. Okay, so just what does your membership support? We're just going to quickly run through some of these slides so you have a sense of the generous support that you have been providing to WCS. Next slide. So obviously we have our events, educational panels, happy hours. Vasuda on the Career Development Committee, who's here on the call. She runs the executive leadership workshops. And we have a variety of other things that we provide to our network. Next slide. We have a jobs board. So if you are not sending us your jobs, please contact Leslie and send them over so we can get them posted for you. This is something where members get advance notice on new jobs. And we will, as corporate members, you will have your jobs promoted specifically. And we'll name you in our social media. Next slide. Obviously, we have WCS Talks. Sarah spoke about that. It's going to be in person again this year at Plug and Play. So we're really excited for that. And some of you as corporate members will have speaking slots at this event. If you have a look at your membership level and you notice you don't have a guaranteed speaking slot, please feel free to talk to one of the board members. We can make that happen for you. And this is a big TED style event that we do every year. And we give women a spotlight, a stage to share their stories, as well as inspire other women in the space. What we have learned over the years is like this event is so inspiring. People are talking about it 9 months later.
It's a great event. It really is. I'm so excited to have it back in person this year.
Yes, me too. And our pitch competition, which this year, Sarah, is happening in June, right? You've been spearheading this one.
Yes, it's definitely something that I would say is unique, having a female-focused pitch competition, and we're excited about highlighting these women that are entrepreneurs and innovators in the green space and in the green economy. Please, we want you to be there, and please share within your company too about this pitch competition. Excited to have you there, June 23rd. Mark it on your calendar.
June 23rd.
Next
Thank
slide,
you.
please.
Go ahead,
So
Sarah.
the mentorship program, what I love the most about our mentorship program is, and I think we have some people in the room that have gone through the mentorship program, is that really that we have that connection with women that are in transition or entry level with more experience, women that are experienced matter experts. And so for us, this program is really, really exciting for us. As Lisa Ann mentioned, we have Vasuda, who's part of the career development, who works on this program annually. And we have one cohort. We're actually considering in the future what maybe 2 cohorts or a virtual cohort we may look like, and definitely interested into feedback from the members on the call. Next slide, please. So last year we launched a scholarship program, and it's for membership. Now this program was focused or led by the membership committee. We have Kelly Rachinsky on the call that helped spearhead this program. And it was around focusing around diversity, equity, and inclusion, where we've noticed, hey, we want to be able to bridge the gap. I myself have been able to support this program by working with a company, CEWS, Corporate E-Waste Solutions, to provide refurbished laptops for our members that qualified for this program. Kelly, did you want to throw in any other thoughts about this?
Just that we are so excited to have our second cohort kicking off this summer, and we are going to be doing recruiting for those 10 members. We have scholarship membership sponsors, but we are actually for this cohort seeking a laptop sponsor. So in-kind laptop donation, if there's any circular economy people on the call who know where to get those, it made such an impact. It's really an opportunity to close the digital divide.
Yes.
And I'm excited to say that we have one more opportunity for sponsorship there on that program. Thank you.
It's been such a great impact. So just something that because of your support we get to do. So thank you. Next slide. So this is just one of the pictures of us getting the laptops and sending them out, and kind of the hard work that it took. We did send laptops out to 4 different countries, and just being able, as Kelly said, to bridge that gap. Next slide.
Maybe could I add to that we actually grew the countries that we were based in because of that program. It ended up being 2 countries in Africa, as well as Argentina, a woman in India, and then the rest being in North America. So it had a much wider reach than we were even expecting. And it just goes to show that there's really this vacuum in space where you saw this explosive growth. And we're really appreciative that our corporate members are taking us along for the ride too, into their regions.
Yeah, I have to echo everything you said, Kelly. It definitely is all the hard work that we put into it. It just to see how far we were able to touch and impact. There's no amount of money that can really replace that. So next slide, not to get all kind of cheesy and emotional.
And with such a small program too, I will say, you know, there were only how many, Kelly? 10? We did 10 scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. We were only scratching the surface of what we could do there.
Mm-hmm.
So this slide, and we just want to share with you and everyone on the call in detail what your membership benefits are. I know maybe navigating through our webpage to find this page might be time consuming. So we just wanted to make sure that you are very clear about what your benefits are and what is available to you because of your company signing you up and sponsoring you. So thank you again, once again. If you have any questions, like Leslie mentioned, don't hesitate to reach out to her about your membership benefits, and we're here to answer those questions. Next slide.
All
Okay,
right.
Lisa.
We made it. We made it through all the content. Thank you all for listening to us share WCS with you. I understand that probably many of you already knew a lot of that stuff, but for those of you where some of that content was new, thank you for listening. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to any of us. Happy to support. So we are going to go to our networking portion of this event. This is what we're all here for, right? We want to meet each other.
Welcome back, folks.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Well, we wanted to be respectful of your time. We thank you once again for joining us tonight and spending your time with us and getting to know us and opening it up to us and sharing with us. We hope to see you again online soon. If you haven't already, please connect with me and Lisa and all the other board members online. And we hope to see you at our next event.